Welcome to Part 5 of Understanding Agency. The first 4 parts of this series defined agency, reviewed agency agreements and required disclosures, and explain the duties of exclusive agents in North Carolina. There are other ways that a real estate broker may work with a consumer. In this video, we will explain dual and designated dual agency. If a buyer becomes interested in a property that is listed with their own brokerage, this would introduce the concept of dual agency. Dual agency is when a brokerage represents both the buyer and the seller in the same transaction. This can occur 2 ways. The first way is single agent dual agency. Here, the same agent is representing both parties. This commonly happens when a broker is a sole practitioner and has no other agents working with them. The second way is when there are 2 agents from the brokerage involved in the transaction, one working with the buyer and one working with the seller. Dual agency can only exist if both the buyer and seller in the same transaction are clients of the same brokerage. To establish a dual agency relationship, both parties will have to agree in writing to allow the brokerage to represent both of them in the same transaction. This may happen from the beginning of the agency relationship or when the situation arises. If the situation arises during an existing agency relationship that did not originally include authorization for dual agency, the written authority for dual agency shall be reduced to writing not later than the time that one of the parties represented by the broker makes an offer to purchase, sell, rent, lease, or exchange real estate to another party. Naturally, some of the duties of the agent or agents will have to change to allow both clients to be treated fairly and equally. In dual agency, all agents of the brokerage become dual agents and cannot help one party gain an advantage over the other party. Although each dual agent owes both their clients the same duties, buyers and sellers may prohibit dual agents from divulging certain confidential information about them to the other party. To minimize conflicts of interest, some brokerages also offer a form of dual agency called designated dual agency, where one agent in the brokerage represents only the seller and another agent represents only the buyer. The brokerage and the brokerage's other agents remain in dual agency. This option, when offered by a brokerage, may allow each designated agent to more fully represent each party. Under designated dual agency, each agent designated to represent their client is prohibited from disclosing 1. That the client may agree to any price or terms other than those established by the client, 2. The client's motivation for buying or selling, and 3. Any information the client has identified as confidential unless otherwise required by statute or rule. Designated dual agency is a form of dual agency that must also be authorized in writing. Brokerages should have a policy regarding designated dual agency if they would like to offer this type of agency relationship to their clients. Watch Understanding Agency Part 6 to learn about remaining unrepresented in a transaction.